Ophiocordyceps unilateralis. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis is a species of fungus best known for infecting ants and altering their behavior. It lives primarily in tropical forests, where warm temperatures and high humidity help it survive. For decades, it attracted the attention of scientists because of the unusual relationship it forms with its host. Instead of simply feeding on the ant, the fungus influences where the ant goes and what it does before death. Spores. Spores are the reproductive units used by many fungi. They are lightweight, microscopic, and capable of traveling through the air. When a spore lands on the body of a suitable ant, it can begin the infection process. The ant usually has no immediate sign that anything unusual has happened. From the outside, life appears normal. Infection. Infection begins when the fungal cells enter the ant's body. Once inside, they spread throughout the insect and start drawing nutrients from it. The fungus grows gradually and remains hidden for much of this stage. The ant continues to walk, forage, and interact with its colony while the infection develops out of sight. Behavioral manipulation. Behavioral manipulation is the process that made this fungus famous. As the infection progresses, the ant begins acting differently from healthy members of the colony. Researchers believe the fungus interferes with biological systems that influence movement and behavior. The result is an animal that starts following a path that ultimately benefits the fungus rather than itself.
I have no free will, bro.
Isolation. Isolation occurs when the infected ant leaves the colony. Healthy ants spend most of their time working together and maintaining contact with nestmates. Infected individuals often abandon these normal routines. They move away from the colony and begin wandering into areas they would not normally choose. This behavior helps separate the infected ant from the rest of the population. Climbing behavior. Climbing behavior is one of the most remarkable stages of the infection. Instead of remaining near the ground, the ant begins moving upward. It may climb vegetation, small plants, or low branches. Scientists believe the fungus benefits from a specific combination of temperature, humidity, and airflow found at certain heights above the forest floor. Death grip. Death grip refers to the final bite performed by the infected ant. At a precise location, the ant clamps its jaws onto a leaf or stem. Once attached, it often remains fixed in place. This behavior is so consistent that researchers can sometimes identify infected ants simply by where they are positioned. The ant can no longer return to the colony. Host death. Host death occurs shortly after the final attachment. By this stage, the fungus has completed the behavioral changes needed for its life cycle. The ant dies while still locked onto the vegetation. Although the host is gone, the fungus continues growing inside and around the body. Fruiting body. Fruiting body is the visible structure that eventually emerges from the dead ant. Over time, a stalk-like growth develops and extends outward. This structure contains the reproductive components needed to release new spores. It is the stage most commonly shown in photographs of zombie ants because it creates such a dramatic appearance. Spore release. Spore release marks the completion of the cycle. The mature fungal structure disperses spores into the surrounding environment. Some of these spores fall onto the forest floor below, where other ants are likely to pass. If conditions are favorable, a new infection can begin, and the process repeats itself. Tropical rainforests. Tropical rainforests provide the ideal environment for this fungus. High humidity helps prevent the spores from drying out, while dense vegetation creates countless opportunities for transmission. These forests contain enormous numbers of insects living in close proximity, allowing specialized parasites to thrive alongside their hosts. Scientific research. Scientific research on zombie ants has expanded significantly over the last several decades. Scientists study these interactions to better understand parasitism, evolution, and behavioral control. The relationship between fungus and ant demonstrates how natural selection can produce highly specialized strategies that seem almost unbelievable at first glance. Parasitism. Parasitism is a biological relationship in which one organism benefits while another is harmed. Many parasites influence their hosts in subtle ways, but few examples are as visually striking as the zombie ant fungus. The phenomenon has become one of the most famous examples of host manipulation in nature and continues to fascinate researchers around the world.